Hello everybody, I am your host Chuck Chucks and welcome back. But today we are somewhere different. We are live from Las Vegas, and the reason why we're here is because this is the official start of the All American Wrestling Performance League. That's right, folks. This is the go-to place to see the best indie talent on the map. They will be competing in Performance League for both A, the Performance League Championship, and B, a contract to All American Wrestling where they can be there and have potential to maybe even make it out of All American Wrestling. Who knows? Who knows? They might get big. They might get massive. But either way, this is a stepping stone. And this is the start of the All American Wrestling Performance League Championship tournament. So this for the first match of that tournament, we got Johnny Hunt taking on Mosh Pit. Both from the indies nearby, and I'm very interested in both of them because they have the skills to show. It's a shame one of them's going to get out here, but let's see who gets out next up on the Performance League. Do not let his looks deceive you. This is one absolute killer in the ring. He may look like some surfer Florida boy, but when he's in the ring, he can go from the top rope, he can go from down under, he can go really from anywhere. Minor success in indie wrestling. He has never really been signed to anything. He's been more of a, here, do a match for us so you can get a hot dog and a pat on the back. And today, he's getting a little bit more than a hot dog and a pat on the back. He's getting a potential shot into a brand. He's already on a brand, but he's a chance to make it onto the actual brand. This is, of course, the training grounds, per se. Kind of how WWE has NXT. This is our NXT. Maybe he'll prosper. Maybe he'll fall instantly. We'll have to see what happens next. Coming out next, absolute fiend, dare I say. The Mosh Pit is here. He kind of scary, gotta admit. I met him backstage earlier when he came into the arena, and not only is he Australian, he says certain words that, you know, I can't really say on air. And he says them a lot. And I mean a lot. But I gotta tell him, he has the skill to back up his snark. And I'm really excited to see how he performs tonight. This will, of course, be one of two matches tonight. This show will be following a two-match format unless a championship match is on the card. That's when it'll be a three-match card. But tonight we only got two matches. We've only got two tournament fights. The crowd were a completely different thing. Oh well. We have a lot of wrestling fans in the crowd. I see a lot of t-shirts out there. Some stomps to the arm to start off the match. Maintaining control as well. Some punches to the head. What is this? Is this a face rake? Oh. Oh. Back onto the mat. Rolls out of the way. But then O'Vail, he's getting countered again. Cutter. Smith. Making their way to the gym floor. And they're brawling now. Exchange of counters. Mosh pit back on top. Back in the ring. Oh my, over the top rope. What was that? I don't even know what that's called. But Johnny's backed up. It didn't matter to him. He's a big guy. I stood next to him. He's only a bit shorter than me. A bit smaller than me. He's a huge guy. But Mosh Pit still tosses him like it's nothing. He's getting fired up. Huge haymaker. And the Rams went to the barricade. We're on the 5 count. They better be planning on getting back in the ring soon. And they are. Mosh Pit throwing Johnny back into the ring. Quick kick to the face puts Johnny down. Mosh Pit with a what was that? Some sort of suplex going in from the pin. Johnny kicks out before it even won. Mosh Pit back on top. The guitar smash. Is that it? No, it is not. Submission on, applying an armbar. And Johnny Hunt getting out really quick. Looks like we're trading blows. We're trading blows. Just back and forth from these two. Mosh Pit keeping his block up. Johnny wants some more, but he ain't gonna get it. But he is. Hockey fight. They're hockey fighting. And Mosh Pit stays up top of that altercation. Huge haymaker. Dragging Johnny to the corner. Cartwheel splash, I believe. 1, 2. Johnny kicks out at 2. The lights just... What? We're in a gym, but like... Oh my... The cameraman? I told this guy to stay backstage. He's just meant to take the characters, just meant to take their portraits before they fight. That's it. The Mosh Pit never guard down. Defensive back in, another guitar smash. Is that it? Is that it for Johnny Hunt? 2, 3. That is it for Johnny Hunt. 2 guitar smashes. No matter, I don't know what that cameraman was doing, but he was doing something. Johnny really didn't get that much offense off. I kind of talked highly of him, but he's kind of didn't really put up much of a fight tonight. I'm sure once the tournament's over and he's back into active competition, I'm sure we'll see the good side of Johnny, but Johnny tonight just did not bring his all. Here we have Mosh Pit. He will be passing on to the second round of the, well, I believe the semifinals of the Performance League Championship tournament. Good for him. Next up in the Performance League Championship Tournament for our last match of the night, because once again these are only 2-match shows. We have two, dare I say, more popular wrestlers. We have Ricky Kane, who was quite popular in a small indie ring around the Ohio area. Unfortunately, that company failed to loss of budget. But then we have another of his opponent was very popular in Japan. Even had a small time in New Japan Pro Wrestling, although he did not have much success in that point in his time. However, in the indie segments, he's been quite popular. So yeah, let's figure out what happens next up on this final match of the night. Malenko, what is there to say about him? I mean, he's very skilled. Dare I say it? He's one of my favorite wrestlers. Although I admit, I'm a bit biased because I just watched one of his matches. But this indie guy, he is definitely has the talent to make it to All-American Wrestling. The only question is, does he have the talent to beat Ricky Kane? Ricky Kane, of course, quite a big guy, but when you get a look at Malenko, you'll see he is chiseled out of stone. This man is gigantic. But we'll see what happens next up on Performance League. Kane, of course, otherwise known as Ruthless Ricky, is a force to be reckoned with. Yeah, you can make fun of his trunks for looking like he's just bled out of his asshole, but he'll make you bleed out your asshole. Okay, that sounds a bit wrong. But either way, this man is not one man to be trifled with. Top of his league in the Indies. And he is quite the fighter. I gotta give it to him. If he was already in All-American Wrestling, dare I say it, I think he might be champ. But of course, he will have to prove himself tonight by defeating a impressive opponent like Malenko. Figure out what happens next up on All-American Wrestling Performance League. The crowd once again chanting for a show that they're not watching. I have severely underestimated the size of Malenko. Malenko both towers over Ricky in size and muscle mass. My God. Can he pull back from this though? Ricky Kane still got that strength in him. He's pushing Malenko back to that corner. Put him back in the corner though. Arranging the arm against the ropes. Shoulder tackle of Malenko. Misses a moonsault, but you see the height on that? Ricky Kane with a cutter. Or a neck breaker, I believe. Throwing Malenko out of the ring. Ricky Kane going to the top rope. He wants Malenko on his feet for no reason. Alright. Waist lock applied. Wrenching it in. Going in for the pin on Malenko. Kicks out instantly. Malenko just tossed across the ring by Ricky. Knee strikes to the head. 2, 3. Ooh. Roll up on Ricky. Ricky gets out instantly. Malenko running to the ropes. Misses a move and gets freaking drop toe hold by Ricky. Locking up again. Can Malenko get the upper hand? Yes, he can, pushing Ricky to the ropes. Referee breaking them up, and they do not pursue any farther until now. As they're throwing kicks, they're throwing punches. Ricky on the shoulders. Fireman's carry drop. 1. Ricky kicks out. Malenko just jumping over the ropes. Raking his forearm over Ricky's face. Oh my. Malenko on the top rope. Misses a move. Malenko gets back up. Big boot to the face. Holding him off. Throw Ricky across the ring. Or mat. Waist drop onto Ricky. Ricky gets out of that. Drop toe hold into the corner. Ricky thrown back into the ring. Eye of the Hurricane. And then a moonsault. How high can he go? Referee taking her sweet time getting to the mat. Don't matter. 1. Ricky. A roll up. Malenko kicks out for 1. Elbow drop by Ricky. Calling Malenko to his feet. Power driver. Is that it for Malenko? 1, 2. Malenko gets out. Malenko back on top, countering a punch, but he just gets put back down on the mat. Shot block by Ricky. Elbow drop from the top rope. Macho Man Randy Savage. 1, 2. Malenko Gold kicks out. Knee to face. Single leg Boston Crab applied. Is there enough damage for a tap out here? There is not. Malenko Gold getting out of a grab by Ricky. Springboard roundhouse, sending Ricky to the mat. 1, 2. Ricky kicks out. Great match here so far, folks. Fist dropped from the middle rope. And he's putting it on. He's putting it on. The Turtle Killer. The Turtle Killer is applied. The Turtle Killer has gotten out of. I just made a mistake. That is actually called the Turtle Defense. I don't know why I called it the Turtle Killer. Don't matter. 450 splash, Phoenix Splash, but he misses it. Ricky again put back on the mat. Top rope springboard splash. And he wants Ricky on his feet. Ricky thrown to the ropes. Backbreaker. Into a cutter. Ricky rolling out of the ring. Malenko to the top rope. Arm drag from the top rope onto the mat. Gotta have hurt him as well, though. Oh my god. Standing moonsault on the floor. Ricky thrown back into the ring. Malenko following him after. Ricky getting some drawback, and it looks like we're trading blows again. Hit by Ricky. No, it's not. Countered by Malenko. Ricky goes for another hit. It is blocked. Ricky blocks a hit. Gets his own in. But Malenko gets his own as well. Jumping roundhouse kicks and straight to the mat. Ricky is bleeding. And it looks like we're gonna get it. We're gonna Phoenix Splash. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. Impressive match by Ricky. But Malenko Gold pulls it off in the end. Ricky Kane making his way out of the arena. He is a little disappointed with this turnout, but there will always be other times for him to get the championship and to contract to All-American Wrestling. He just has to prove himself here. Malenko Gold progresses to the semifinals of the Performance League Championship tournament. He will be facing Mosh Pit. Leave 2 weeks because we got the next first rounders next week. See you guys next week on All American Wrestling's Performance League. And also be ready because we are almost there at All American Wrestling Indianapolis World Domination.